Yep, good football game. Tough game here. Too many mistakes in crucial situations that I think we can correct, which is good. I really liked the way we kept fighting all the way through it, and being down to those guys and then coming back and going ahead. It's a hell of an offensive football team. They can run it, they can throw it. Cole Johnson's a hell of a player. I thought we did some good things in the second half. Obviously, scoring twice on defense is a pretty impressive thing. Just got to find a way in those big games to finish some things. We didn't finish a couple stops on the defensive side, and offensively, got to find a way to finish a couple drives, especially that last one in the game here.
Questions? It's time for Coach Mack.
Coach, what are your eyes changed for your group in the third quarter to really, shut down JMU the way you did, score a couple defensive touchdowns and really kind of swing the game back in your favor during that quarter?
I thought we just kept grinding at it, Wayne. We talked to the kids in the second half at halftime about staying in your gaps, getting your eyes where they belong, working hard to make a play. And, I was obviously Palm's play was something special. And then, you look at what Randall did, he had been our corners had been struggling with cushion all the first half in the game. And then he made a break on a ball and a hell of a play, did it. And then I thought we got great pressure on the quarterback, caused a fumble. I thought a couple of the sacks, and they have a lot of weapons and the quarterback, I still think makes them go. Obviously, the running backs are good, but Cole makes them go, and he made some great decisions. I thought we flustered him a little bit. That late hit, I haven't seen it on tape yet. I want to see that one and see what happened there. But played hard, played smart, and a lot of times just got to learn to finish against a championship team like them.
Hey, Sean, was going to ask you about the pressure you guys were able to put on the quarterback. You kind of touched on it there. What did you see, I guess, kind of going into this game that maybe gave you a thought that you could get some good pressure on Johnson?
Well, there's two things. I don't know if we saw anything, Greg. We believe in our pressure. We believe in Gibson. We believe in Silver. And I really think Nico and Eli are really good football players, and our linebackers fill the gap, so we have a plan, but they have a good offensive line. And a good offensive line. And they've had some very good ones down here. We felt that if we get going and get some motor and get some things going, and we could put some pressure on Cole, and we did a decent job of getting to him, obviously, and a sack fumble. And then, the 3 sacks that we had, I think it was, right? Is that what we ended up with?
More questions for Coach?
Yeah, I got one from here. But you mentioned Noah Palm's now how they played. He made a great strip. Palm's back downfield. I mean, pretty cool play.
Noah was a hell of a high school athlete. He was a wishbone running quarterback in high school. He didn't look real fast on that return, but I give him a lot of credit. This is a kid who's only played that strong safety position for 2 weeks, and he made a play. And again, when I look at kids like him and I look at guys like Horn, they always seem to be making plays. And I've been really pleased with the way that Noah Palm played, and he made some plays and did some things. So I think he's a good football player. I think he's going to get better. I think everybody saw him, with that return, he's got some grit. He fought his way through that.
And what would you say, you're basically at a halfway point, obviously 11 games, not quite, but 5 games, you have a break now. How would you assess where your team is at right now?
It's tough to tell. Tough to tell. We played 2 really good teams in back-to-back weeks. This week we showed up and played the game the way New Hampshire plays. The first 3 games, I thought we did enough to win games, which we do. Somebody said you got 6 games left to do this and that. We got 1 game left. It's a Dartmouth game, and we got to get ready for that in the next 2 weeks. I deeply believe in my heart we got a really good football team. We just got to keep working at it to get better. These next 2 weeks, got to be improvement, get better weeks, not just to get healthy and get bye weeks. We got to get better. Anything else, guys?
Thanks, Coach. Up next, we have wide receiver Brian Espanet. Brian, if you want to just give your general thoughts on tonight's game.
I thought we played hard. They just made less mistakes than us, and that was the difference of 2 points. And I thought we played hard. I thought we recovered last week pretty well. We regrouped the way we should, and we just came up short.
Questions for Brian?
Hey, Brian, Greg Medea from down at a paper down in Harrisonburg was just going to ask you, what do you see on that last drive? You guys had a shot to go ahead and win the game on that last drive. What'd you see that, helped JMU get off the field? Was it as simple as their linebacker making a play? What'd you see on that last series there?
Yeah, he made a good play. It was just a smart football play, and he's a really good player, and he stepped up huge in a big moment. I think if the ball, it was a tough throw either way because he was undercutting the lane. I think if that ball gets over his head, I thought I had some room to work, and I thought I could have put us in field goal range, but obviously that didn't happen. So it was a good play, and it was a tough way to end.
More questions for Brian?
Brian, same idea as Coach Mack. 5 games into the season, you get a break now. Does this come at a good time? Is it not? And how do you kind of assess where things are at?
Yeah, to kind of echo off Coach Al, I think, we 2 losses going into a bye week. It's not, if we were 2 wins going to bye week, I think we would just, get everyone healthy. And obviously we're going to take the right precautions, but I think, we have to get better. 3-2, it's not enough. And yeah, we played hard. We kept it close, but I think going to this week, we're going to get better. We're not going to take a vacation week this week.
What would you say about the defensive effort today, especially at a couple touchdowns and Noah Ponce? Were you watching it?
Yeah, I was. I was out of my seat because Noah's awesome for a freshman. I see it in camp. Every time I got to block Noah in camp and in practice, I'm always clenching my teeth because I know he's gonna give me a pop. I think the defense just carried us all game, and the offense has to do better, helping them out. We finished 1 drive, and it wasn't enough. I think we gotta be better for them, help them out in the future.
Anything final for Brian? Thanks, Brian. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys.
Up next, we have linebacker Ryan Toscano.
Thanks, Brian. Yep. See you down the road.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for joining us for a minute. If you want to just start with some general thoughts on the game tonight.
Yeah, I think like Brian said and Coach Mack said, we played hard. We played up to our opponent. We played up to our own standards, which is the most important thing. I thought we practiced really hard this week. Obviously coming off of last week, I don't even want to talk about last week because it doesn't matter anymore, but we really had our heads turned to this week, and we know we were facing a tough opponent in James Madison. I think the coaches and the game plan did a great job of preparing us for this opponent. And obviously, like we also said before, this loss going on a bye week leaves a bad taste in our mouth, but we have a lot of games left, and I think we just got to keep going and doing our thing and playing hard. So,
Questions for Ryan?
Ryan, what do you feel kind of flipped you guys' way in that third quarter, to force those big turnovers, score a couple defensive touchdowns, and really get you guys back in it? Like, what from the defensive unit really flipped for you guys in that quarter?
I think we just made our usual halftime adjustments. Again, our coaches are, I think, some of the best in the country, and they just, told us what to do, and we did our thing just like Coach Mack always says, stick to the game plan, and we made our adjustments the way we needed to. So we played really hard in the first half. We had a big third quarter too, and we got some momentum going for the offense and special teams as well. So that was definitely big.
Ryan, how do you go off building on this game? Like you say, you played hard, but a lot of good things. How do you think you build off this?
I think going into the bye week helps us. We get a week off from any specific opponent. We can really work off this game. Kind of see the mistakes we made, the things we can improve on. And I think what's most important is that the mistakes that we did make are very fixable. Self-inflicted wounds like penalties and just dumb plays that we can easily fix. Most importantly, I think coming off of last week, I think it was really important to play hard, and we just kept playing hard. So we got to work hard this week, work hard next week, and just get ready for Dartmouth. So we're definitely excited and eager to get back out there.